Hi class, we need to take a look at the next section. In the next section, we're talking about the arc length of a curve or a function. It doesn't necessarily have to be a function as long as the line segment that we're calculating is in fact a function. So we're looking at the following and a couple of formulas depending on what we're actually evaluating. You just need to take a look at, well, if it's a function in terms of the x's, if it's on y's, and then also we're taking a look at, well, if the curve is given as parametric or as a polar equation. And basically I've given you here the actual code that will calculate for the decimal approximations. Some of the formulas are really messy as you evaluate the integral, so here you can take a look to see if well, your approximation is correct. And as you can see, the actual integral is composed of multiple line segments that, well, they happen to be going infinitely small as we're evaluating that line segment or that curve. Okay, so let's take a look at the first problem. And some of the problems are going to ask us to provide a sketch, basic sketch for these. So we're just going to be evaluating the arc length from x is equal to 1 to 2. So let me just let x is equal to 0 and then f of 0, well, it's going to be 0. So our first coordinate point, it's going to be the origin, and let me just select 1, so x is equal to 1, f of 1 is equal to 1, so we're talking about 1 1, so 1 1, it's about there. Then x is equal to 2, f of 2, and this one's going to be, well, 2 to the 3 halves, so 2 to the 3 halves, which is approximately 2.83 if you round to 2 decimal places. So 2.83. So we're talking about 2. This is 1 2 1 2. Just estimating it about there. So this particular one, it's going to be this curve going in this direction. Not to scale, of course, but this is f of x is equal to x to the actual 3 halves. Okay, so we need to take a look at the actual formula. And this particular one, we're looking at, well, a regular x's. Remember that these are your x's, that's your y's. So the formula that we're going to be using for the arc length, it's actually going to be this one. And it could become really messy because you're evaluating a derivative and then that value needs to be squared. So some of these actual problems require a lot of algebra. We may be doing numerical approximations just because that integral may not actually work. Okay, so let's actually find L. So in this case, L is going to be, well, technically the integral from 1 to 2. And we're using the square root. So let me put the formula, square root of 1 plus f prime of x and technically squared dx. Okay, so let me evaluate the derivative. So technically, f of x is equal to x to the actual 3 halves. So f prime of x is going to be equal to technically 3 halves x to the 1 half. And let me just box these in. And as we evaluate this particular one, this one's going to turn out to be a little bit messy, but not that bad. So we're still looking at the integral from 1 to 2 of the square root of 1 plus, and let me substitute the derivative. So this is 3/2 x to the 1/2, and then technically it's going to be squared dx. So this is the portion that I had mentioned that some of these tend to be messy. Keep in mind that we're still working inside of the square root. So this is going to actually give us still the integral from 1 to 2 square root of 1 plus, well, technically 9/4. And let me fix this. 9/4, technically x dx. And good news, we can actually do this one. Let me see if I can simplify it anything from the actual. We could, but I think we can just do a u substitution and have that constant absorb it on the outside. So let me just let u equal to 1 plus 9/4 of x. So then du is equal to 9/4 dx. So 4/9 du is equal to dx. And then we'll do the limits of integration in a minute. So we're looking at this one being, well, we'll put the limits in a minute. So this is going to be the square root of, well, technically we're just dealing with a u. So hold on, this is a little bit too long for. And then the dx, it's going to be substituted by 4/9 du. And then let's actually deal with the limits of integration. So for x is equal to 1, u is going to be equal to 1 plus 9/4 times 1. So I'm looking at, well, 4/4 plus 9/4. I'm looking at 13/4. So now this is going to go from 13/4, and then x is equal to 2. U is equal to 1 plus 9/4 times 2, or technically 1 plus 9/2, or 2/2 plus 9/2, or 11/2. So this is going to be 11/2. Let me fix that. Okay, I think we're good. So it's going now from 13/4 to 11/2, and let me get rid of that constant, just pull it on the outside, and let me move the whole problem to the next page. So this integral happens to be 4/9 integral from 13/4 to 11/2 of the square root of u to u, which is going to be equal to a mess once we plug it in. So all I want you to do is evaluate and then give me a decimal approximation. So we're looking at, well, this will be 4/9. So this is going to be u to the 1/2 plus 1. So we're looking at 3/2 over 3/2 evaluated at 13/4 and 11/2. So this is going to give us 4/9 times 2/3, and then u to the 3/2 evaluated at 13/4 and 11/2, which is still kind of messy. So we're looking at 8 over 27 times, and this will just be 11/2 raised to the 3/2 minus 13/4 raised to the actual 3/2. Now you could simplify it a little bit further, but then on the first one would require that to rationalize the denominator, we could take out that 4 from the square root, since technically you could see this as, well, 3 raised to the 1/2, but I don't see it to be simplified a whole lot. So you can leave it like this and then provide me with a decimal approximation. And then 11 and 13 are not perfect squares. So let me punch it in. Okay, so this one, after I punch it in, I'm getting 2.09. If you round to 2 decimal places, I'm rounding there, and it's technically units since you're calculating an actual length. So your final answer would be this. And in a future examination, if you see that simplifying may not actually make it better, you may leave it like that as an exact. In this case, it'll be units. So this will be it. This is what I was referring earlier, that it could be really messy. Also, your integral here may not simplify quite easily. So after this point, and I'm talking about this one, you may require a numerical approximation such as Simpson's or midpoint rule. In this case, I'm getting 2.09 as an approximate value for the length of this curve.